Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is, wherever you find me right now. I am Jenna Ross, owner of Spiritually Savage. I am a psychic, channeler, card reader, intuitive, soul coach, guide, whatever you want to call me. I am here to help raise the collective energy. I'm also a twin flame, so if that's your thing, rock on. Whatever it is that brings you here, I'm thankful to have you. This channel is super new, so I appreciate all of your subscribes, likes, shares, feedback, comments, even things that people consider negative to me are wonderful because it tells me if I'm triggering people in certain ways. It also tells me, how I'm doing. So any feedback is appreciated. I'll be honest with you, I have no idea what I'm going to talk about right now. I don't know if I'm going to draw. I just started cleansing the cards because I may draw. Today I'm recording this on 8/8, which is Portal Day, and I am traveling tomorrow and or tonight and into tomorrow. So I'll be gone the whole week. So I'm gonna try to keep up with my videos. So that's I'm recording this right now, and then I'll upload it, and you will see it Monday morning on 8/9, August 9th, the day after the portal opening. Today is a full moon and the Lionsgate portal, so there's a lot of energy going on and a lot of awakening symptoms, a lot of trauma being released, a lot of stuff coming up, and identity things, grief, so much grief. There's a lot of grief happening right now. People letting go of their old identities, their old lives. We are in a metamorphosis. We are changing from our caterpillar self into our butterfly self. The time for rescuing is over. We are moving into a new collective energy. We are moving into a new paradigm. We are moving into the new world. And not the new world order, so don't freak out on that. I'm not for that, but you know what I mean. We are moving into a new consciousness, and the universe is asking us to choose sides. Who is going to be awake and who is going to stay asleep? So I want to do a collective reading. This is a collective reading. It is not a personal reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Something will be in here for you if you were drawn to this video, or if you watch my channel every day, then this will be for you. I attract a very specific crowd, so I get it, and a lot of you are brand new and awakening, and that's something that I've always considered to be. I don't know if you can hear that or not, the motorcycle outside. That is something that I've always considered one of my chosen paths, is to help the newly awakened, because I try to take the woo out of personal development and spirituality and replace it with real life stuff that you understand, and real life works on the way you can do this. So I am going to be doing some videos on empaths, and if you actually are one, some of the clair abilities, just more intuitive abilities, because right now I feel like there is a huge propaganda machine happening in the spiritualist community, and there's so much garbage spirituality that is happening that is not helpful for the collective. And if you really are wanting to be on the path, I don't want you to not have good information. So let's see what we are moving into with this new collective, this new paradigm, this new energy. I will ask for messages for the people watching, if Spirit will give us exactly what they need to hear. So where are we going? What are we doing? What's happening? Yep, this is exactly where we're going. Enlightenment. We are getting a lot of downloads right now. With the Lionsgate portal completely open, I think that it stays open until the 20th or the 22nd. I've got to look up the exact date. I keep saying I'm going to look it up, and I keep forgetting. But and if you know, drop it down in the comments so that I can say it, or so others can see it. Enlightenment. We are moving through a time where this is direct alignment. Like tonight is a special night with the portal wide open. We get a lot of light coming in, which counteracts the new moon, which is we don't see the new moon. It's darkness. So the light coming in from the portal is your downloads. It is going to be all this information. There's going to be so much coming up for you, so much past trauma, so much old shit, patterns and stuff that are breaking. Here's the thing. A lot of old stuff is coming up for some people, and they're going, oh my God, I thought I was past this. This is you just releasing it. Okay? Sometimes when I always look at healing and processing like a car accident. We hit something, and then, they come and they tow the big vehicle away. The pieces of the big vehicle, or, the chassis just goes away, and they tow it off. And then we have all these little bits and pieces that we forget, parts that fell off the car, things that just don't get gotten right away, pieces of plastic from the light covers, pieces of mirror from the side mirrors, pieces of glass from the windows. And we keep wandering around in this, and we go, I thought I dealt with this, but we get every once in a while, we trip on a piece of glass. You're not backtracking. It is just a new layer, and we handle things in layers because we can't deal with it all at once. Okay, so when something is being revealed, sometimes we see something in that situation and we go, aha. And then later on, we're moving forward and we learn some new things and some new spiritual truths, and get some other pieces of the puzzle. And then we go back and we see something else from the same situation and we go, aha. So that's not backtracking. Healing is not linear. It's not A to B to C. It's not point A to point B. That's not how it is. It's a spiral. And you learn things, and then you learn to integrate them. So people always say, oh my God, I'm just not getting this. Well, you've learned the information, but you have to learn how to put it into practice in your regular life. Okay? You may know that you need to brush your teeth, but until you train yourself to do it every single day, then, it doesn't do what it's supposed to do. Okay, your teeth can still fall out, whether you know you need to brush your teeth or not. You're just not doing it. And it takes discipline. You have to do it every morning. You have to do it every night. And you have to remember to do it. And so what you do is you set the toothpaste and the toothbrush out. When you have kids, you remind them every morning until every morning they get up and they just do it. As an adult, I would never forget to brush my teeth. I get up in the morning. It's the first thing I do. I'm like, bleh. And then I think about my kid and I go, how in the hell do you not want to brush your teeth? How did you forget to brush your teeth? How did you just get up in the morning and were cool with the way your mouth tasted? You know what I mean? So that's exactly how spirituality is. Once you've trained yourself to brush your teeth every day spiritually, then you're going to look at other people who don't brush their teeth and go, what the hell? Like, how do you live your life like that? It's confusing. It really is. And it's not judgment. It's just that we've trained ourselves in a different way to look at things differently, and we just can't see it like that anymore. Okay? We are gaining knowledge. All this enlightenment is just giving us new understanding. It's giving us new wisdom. And so we're integrating that in. It takes a little bit of time to integrate. But the integration does not mean you're slow or you're stupid or you're not getting this. It just takes time to create a habit. You're not getting this. It takes time to retrain your brain. If you're an overthinker, you're not going to say, okay, I'm not going to think about that anymore. That's not the way your brain works as a human. I always talk about, don't talk about the white bears. I say it to my clients when they're overthinkers. Don't talk about, in the beginning of it, I'm like, hey, don't think about the white bears. And then when they go to ask, I'm like, no, just don't think about them. And then later on, somebody will be like, why? I keep thinking about them now that you brought them up. Well, exactly. That's how your brain works. If you tell your brain, I'm not going to think about this anymore, then your brain automatically goes, bullshit, now I want to think about it. But what happens is sometimes you put it off and you go, no, and you distract yourself a little bit. And so since you've told yourself you're not going to think about it, your brain circles back to make sure you're not thinking about it. And then what happens is it triggers you to think about it because your brain circled back to make sure that you're not thinking about it. It's very a snake eating itself with that. So what you need to do is you need to assign yourself a time to think about it. You go, okay, I'm not going to obsess about my twin flame anymore right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be at work because I need to be at work. Or what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on this project because I need to work on this project. What I'm going to do is I'm going to think about this at 6 p.m. tonight when I get off work, and I'm going to think about it in the car ride for 15 minutes. Okay? So what happens is then you have assigned it a time, and your brain will stop circulating to do it, because what happens is your brain thinks, in your panic and in your processing, your brain thinks you're trying to avoid something. You're not trying to avoid it. You're trying to retrain your brain. So what you need to do is you go, okay, I'm going to think about it at 6. When it comes up again in your mind, you go, no, I'm going to think about it at 6. And so your brain stops bringing it back up. But you have to be consistent about telling yourself then. Speak to your brain like you would a child. What time did I tell you we were going to do that? We're going to do that at 6. Okay? The next thing is generosity. Here's the thing. Some of us who have sat on our gifts for a really long time right now are being called to really step up and be mentored or mentor. This is a time of new consciousness. A lot of people are awakening and coming off the lifeboats. People who have been awakened or who had seeds planted 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 years ago are now waking up to this and are searching for truth. And some of us are being called to step up and do that, but some of us have not done the work and have not prepared ourselves to do that. And if that's the case, it's time to step up. We cannot do this alone. All right, listen to me. I keep seeing people in groups and on Facebook and in my socials and stuff who say, I don't want to follow the rules. I don't want somebody telling me how to do my spirituality. The only person that should tell you what the next step is your soul. But in order to access your soul and learn what your soul is telling you, you have to do the work and learn techniques. You have to learn from other people. You have to gain knowledge from other people. You have to learn to be discerning and get information from people and learn to take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Now, taking what resonates and leaving what doesn't mean if it triggers you that it's wrong. You need to learn that a lot of the time, if it triggers you, that you need to look into it. Always, as a matter of fact, if it triggers you, you need to look into it, because it's telling you either you need to listen, you need to heal that, or you need to take this advice. Being triggered most of the time is not normally you need to stay away. You need to lean into your triggers. We need to stop avoiding them, because all we are doing is suppressing. Okay? When we're suppressing and blaming other people for our reactions, like that's us in avoidance of something that needs to be healed. All right? And we need to stop blaming other people for triggering us. The universe and our soul is in a partnership to trigger us. Your triggers are your compass. Okay, that is exactly what you need to be looking at. I thank my people that trigger me. Like, you know what I mean? I'm like, as soon as somebody triggers me, I'm like, there's something there. Thank you for that. Like, because I know now there's something to dig into. Okay, you need to learn to, be discerning about your emotions and about your triggers and about your reactions. When you lash out at somebody, that's about you. That is not about them. Okay? When we are in control of ourselves and being soul-led, then your soul tells you what's accurate and what's not. And here's the thing. You don't need to react either way. Really, you don't. It is not your job to, attack people or, nor is it the path. All it does is it reflects on you. It does not reflect on them at all. Okay? It makes you look like a crazy person. It also makes you look like there's some unhealed parts, because all you're doing is shouting your unhealed parts at other people. Okay? When you're petty or you're nasty or judgy, all those things are about you. They are not about the other person. Okay? So we need to learn these things, because we have got to learn from other people. We've got to align ourselves and be teachable. If you are not teachable, you cannot hear your soul. You cannot learn from your soul. You are not going to listen. You're going to argue. You're going to overthink. And you're always going to be resistant to your soul. Your soul is going to bring other people into your life through social media, through YouTube, through suggested stuff. It's going to bring you signs. And if you are argumentative and want to do this on your own, you are closed off to learning. Okay. You're completely closed off and you can't learn and move forward that way on the spiritual path. You just can't. You need to stay open to the information, the signs, and the healing that the universe is orchestrating and your soul is orchestrating around you. All right. So give me some more messages. Tell me some good stuff for the people. And when I say good stuff, I mean what you guys need to hear. I don't mean like fluffy stuff. I don't like fluffy stuff, and I don't believe in good or bad. I believe in necessary. So my guides in the universe know exactly what I'm talking about when I say good stuff for you guys. Because this is the stuff, man. This is what's happening. All right. So, the Five of Cups. We're in a period right now of grieving, of really, really letting go of our old life, old relationships. And we are still in kind of a state. You see where he's looking at the Three Cups, or has his head down facing the Three Cups. And he's not even paying attention to the Two Cups that he still has sitting up that still have things in them and blessings for him. He's just lamenting. Okay, there's just grief about what's being lost. Nothing is being lost. Okay, these were lessons. This was karma, and you are now moving forward. These are things that are not for you. And they may not be not for you forever. They may just be not for you right now. But for some of you, you already know this should never have happened. This was, a lesson that you're still holding on to, that you don't want to let go of because you've entrenched an identity into it. Okay. The weird thing is look, you've manifested this. You've been manifesting this. You've been asking for a happier life. You've been asking for a healthier relationship. But you've been holding on to it like it could happen where you are, and it can't. Okay. So you've manifested this into your life, but you're kind of pissed right now because you think the universe is giving you something counterintuitive to what you asked. But you've asked for abundance. You've asked for money. You've asked for financial stability. You've asked for spiritual enlightenment. You've asked for your soul to speak to you. You've asked to know what the next steps are. You've asked for a better life and to be a better person. And in order to do that, you have to let go of the person you've been being and the people you have been being that person with. Because these people have tolerated and enabled and allowed you to be this person. You're manifesting a new you. You're going to be a butterfly. You got to let go of your caterpillar friends. All right? The universe is giving you signs of foundation. Your pages are signs and messages, information, and that's what we're getting with this portal. You wanted firm foundations. You wanted financial stability. You wanted things in this physical world. And the universe is showing you how to do that by pushing you to leave your situations that you're in right now. You just have to listen. Okay? We've got so much like wand energy. There's so much fiery energy, and we feel like it's, we're in this Leo energy, the Leo new moon, the Lionsgate portal here in Leo in August. And we feel like there's so much conflict and fire. Your wands are fire. Their passion, their desire, but we're looking at them as anger and conflict and, like confrontation and stuff like that. We're focusing on the wrong fire. Okay, we're pointing the anger and the confrontation and the agitatedness that we feel like we're getting from the universe, and we're going, "Oh, woe is me, pitiful me. I don't want to let go of this. I've built my whole life like this, and now everything's being taken away." It wasn't for you. You were trying to hold on to something. You were trying to force something that was not a life that was meant for you. And you're not happy here, by the way. You're miserable. You're not happy. That's why you're manifesting something new. You're not happy. You're asking for things to be different. You're asking for people to be different. And when you're asking for people to be different, that means that it's not them that you're meant to be there with. When you're asking for new friends because the people that you have in your life are not what you need, they're not, you know, they have a negative mindset, they are toxic, they keep sucking the life out of you, they're not good with money, you know, your relationships, you know, your family relationships, your romantic relationships, your friends' relationships and stuff like that. We've got to let go of the shit that's burdening us, because that is showing you that these people are not for you. Wasn't for you. You're just grasping at it. You're trying to hold on to it. You're hurting you. They are not hurting you. Nobody can hurt you. Okay? You hurt you by your expectations of other people, by them not doing what you want them to do. You also hurt you by holding on to situations that are not for you anymore. The universe will try to, like, you know, maneuver you around these situations, and you dig your heels in and go, I'm not doing that. Then it can't bring you the blessings that you're trying to manifest. But here's the thing, you've been trying to manifest this, all of this letting go and this conflict and this, you know, you feel like everybody's confrontational with you right now. Everybody is leaving your life. It just feels like life is raining shit on you right now. And it's not that. It's just you have held on to a lot of things and a lot of habits and a lot of people for a really long time, and you wanted a different life, and now everything is being removed at the same time, and you're resistant to it now. You're getting what you want. You know that saying, be careful what you ask for, because you just might get it. Sometimes we don't know what we're asking for, and sometimes we're asking for something different than what the universe intends for us to have. The universe is like, I know that you want a healthy relationship with this person, but it's not possible to have a healthy relationship with this person. Okay, if you want a healthy, happy relationship, I have this other person's great for you, but you can't see them while this other person is in the way. Okay, so then at that point you have to choose. And sometimes it's not a choice. Sometimes the universe just removes it from you and you don't get the choice. It's just done. But here's the thing. The outcome is the Ace of Pentacles. So you have new foundations coming in. This is, you know, Earth energy. Your Pentacles is Earth. It's foundations. It is physical abundance. It's financial stability. It's wealth. It's money. It's, you know, the things in physical that you see, houses, you know, cars, those kind of things. And this is what you've been trying to manifest. But in order to have this, you've got to get rid of some beliefs that you've entrenched yourself in, some people that you've entrenched yourself in, some things that are causing you not to be able to receive money. And also love, because love and money are very strongly connected. And the thing is this, it's all about receiving. And if you can't receive, if you're used to just taking, or if you're used to giving and not receiving, then you're going to have a difficult time receiving. The universe is trying to remove people that are enabling you so that you learn to receive help, so that you learn to receive love, so that you learn to receive instruction, so that you learn to be teachable. Okay? So that you learn to align yourself with people that want the best for you, that push you, that do trigger you, that, you know, that hold you accountable. Not the people that let shit slide and enable you and let you be the shittiest version of yourself. Okay? We're not letting people stand still. If people are standing still, then you keep going because they're holding up your progress. Stop convincing yourself that you're staying there to help them. It doesn't matter. They want to stay still. You need to keep moving. You are not helping them. You are hindering yourself. And that's not self-love. That's not the spiritual path. And it's not the way it is. Our spiritual path is about doing what our soul tells us to do. And if we have reasons for why we're doing that, like if you're like, well, but blah, 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 I need to stay because of my parents or because of my children or because of my spouse or because of this. If you have reasons, that's brain instructions, not soul instructions. Some people ask me all the time why I'm still here. And I say, my soul hasn't told me I'd leave yet. Why do you think you're still here? Don't fucking know. Soul hasn't told me yet. You know why? Because that's a complete answer to me. I stay here until I know. I know I'm not supposed to leave yet. And that's the complete answer. If you have a bunch of reasons, if you have a list, if you have a checklist, if you have a pros and cons list, that's not soul, that's brain. Okay? But we are all pushing towards this abundance. We're all pushing towards this money. We've all got work projects going on. We are letting go. We've got to let go so we have room for all this abundance. Okay? All right. There's lots of things coming in. Some of you are really, really struggling, but all the good stuff is trying to come in. Everything that you've been trying to manifest. Tonight, you know, last night was the portal. It'll be tonight because I'm recording on the 8th. So, you know, and the energy will be open until the 20th or the 22nd. And also the new moon energy will last for 3 days. So make you a manifestation list and don't give it specifics. Say, I want what my soul wants for me. This or something better. Okay? I want to hear my soul. I want more soul instruction. I want abundance. I want money, however it comes to me. I want a happy relationship. I want new love. I want to be able to receive. Say those things and don't put constraints on what the universe can give you. How, when, why, with who, and you'd be amazed at all the things the universe will bring you. All right? I will see you tomorrow.